In the cold silence of space, peace was always temporary. By the year 2451, Earth had become a quiet observer in a loud galaxy. Other civilizations fought for power, planets, and pride. Earth, on the other hand, stayed out of conflict. It kept its distance, trading with allies, learning from enemies, and building in silence. But beneath that calm surface, Earth was preparing, just in case peace ended. That day arrived without warning. The Zarkalon Empire, a race of tall, armored beings with deep red skin and glowing eyes, declared war. Their message came through every open channel across the galaxy. Earth Federation, surrender your planet. You are weak, you are alone. You have 10 cycles. After that, we come. They didn't bluff. The Zarkalon Empire had already taken 37 planets. Their fleets were massive. Their weapons turned cities into ash in minutes. Their warships blocked out the stars. Earth had no fleet that could match them. But Earth had something else. In a secret station orbiting Jupiter, hidden behind artificial debris fields, there was a single ship. It had no name in public records, no crew, no escort, just one pilot seat. This ship was Earth's last hope. It was called the Valkyrie. The pilot chosen for this mission was Commander Jams. He was 34, sharp-eyed and calm under pressure. He wasn't famous. He didn't care about medals or attention. He cared about results. He had served for years in deep space recon, quietly solving problems before they became disasters. Now he faced the biggest threat Earth had ever known. Jams stood before the Valkyrie in the launch bay. The ship's surface was pitch black, almost invisible in the dim light. It looked more like a shadow than a machine. Every inch of it was covered in stealth panels, gravity deflectors, and silent weapons powered by technology the rest of the galaxy had never seen. Behind him, Earth's top commanders watched from a glass control room. "We're not sending you to win a war," the lead general said through the comm. "We're sending you to end it before it begins." Jams nodded once. Understood. The Valkyrie opened for him. No ramp, no stairs. It responded to his DNA and command signal, opening like it knew him, like it had been waiting. Inside, the cockpit was simple. One chair, one interface, no clutter. The system came online as soon as he sat down. "Welcome, Commander Jams. Systems green. Awaiting mission parameters. Plot a course to Sector 9, edge of the neutral zone. Full stealth, no transmissions. Course locked. Launch in 60 seconds. He looked out through the front display. Just stars. Somewhere out there, the Zarkalon fleet was moving fast, heading straight for Earth. He wasn't afraid. This wasn't about bravery. It was about clarity. He had a job to do. He had one ship, and that was enough. The Valkyrie launched silently, slipping out of the hangar and vanishing into deep space like a ghost. No fire, no sound, no trace. The war had begun. But Earth would not fight it the way the Zarkalons expected. The Valkyrie moved like nothing else in space. Its engines made no sound. Its trail left no heat. It didn't show up on scanners. To the outside world, it was as if the ship didn't exist at all. Inside the cockpit, Commander Jams sat still, eyes focused on the display. The ship's AI, calm and clear, spoke softly. "Approaching Sector 9, scanning for enemy presence." Jams didn't answer. He was already looking ahead. Through the visual feed, he saw them. A wall of ships, hundreds, maybe more. Zarkalon warships covered the horizon like a storm. Their armor was thick and dark silver. Their engines glowed red like burning coals. Massive cannons hung from the sides of each ship. They were slow but heavy, built to destroy everything in their path, and they were heading straight for Earth. Jams leaned forward, checking the scan. Enemy fleet count 534 ships, all weapons charged. No signs of diplomacy attempts. He spoke for the first time in hours. "Good. Then they won't expect a warning." He gave the order. "Engage Phase 1. Stealth pass. Disable the lead scout ships." Confirmed. Initiating non-lethal precision strike. The Valkyrie slipped forward, invisible to radar, hidden from sensors. It drifted right into the middle of the fleet without anyone noticing. Jams moved carefully. He wasn't here to destroy the fleet. Not yet. His goal was to scare them, make them doubt, make them slow down. As he passed the first line of scout ships, he tapped a single button. Silent beams of gravity pressure shot out from the Valkyrie. They hit the engines of 4 ships. No explosion. Just silence. And then the ships stopped moving. Dead in space. Inside those ships, Zarkalon officers shouted. Lights blinked. Controls failed. Panic started to spread. Jams moved again. He targeted the next group. This time, weapons systems. 1 quick pulse, and 5 more ships lost their guns. Still no one knew where the attack was coming from. Inside the Zarkalon flagship, Warlord Varnek stood in his command room, confused and angry. Report. What is happening? Who is attacking us? His officers scrambled to answer. Unknown enemy, Commander. We see no ships, no weapons. Something is disabling our fleet one piece at a time. Varnek growled. His eyes glowed brighter. Find them. Kill them. Jams watched from a distance. He opened a communication channel. Just sound. No image. His voice echoed across the Zarkalon fleet. This is Earth. You have reached your limit. Turn back. This is your only warning. The message repeated once. Then silence. Varnek heard it. His face twisted in rage. Earth dares threaten me. With what? 1 ghost. He slammed his fist onto the control panel. Send the Reaper Squadron. Find the ship. I want it crushed. Find the ship. I want it crushed. In moments, a group of elite warships broke formation and scattered across the sector. They were fast, armored, and built for hunting. But the Valkyrie had already moved. Jams took the ship high above the main fleet, scanning every angle. He didn't rush. He didn't hide in fear. He was planning. The enemy had numbers. He had control. He didn't need to match their size. He just had to stay 1 step ahead. And so far, he was winning. The stars above Sector 9 were quiet again. But inside the Zarkalon fleet, nothing was calm. Officers shouted across control rooms. Lights flashed red. Ships floated uselessly. Their engines dead, weapons offline. Dozens of systems were failing, and no one knew how or why. Commander Jams sat calmly inside the Valkyrie. The ship's AI gave updates in a soft voice. 26 enemy ships disabled. No casualties detected. Fleet is showing signs of disarray. Jams watched the screens. He saw panic. Ships breaking formation. Movements out of sync. The fear was working. He opened the communication channel again. This time he broadcast directly to Warlord Varnek. You cannot see me. You cannot stop me. This is your last chance to turn back. Inside the Zarkalon command ship, Warlord Varnek stood frozen. The voice echoed through his control room. Cold, calm, human. He slammed his fists on the console. Coward. Show yourself. But Jams had already cut the line. The Valkyrie moved silently through the edge of the fleet. Jams targeted another warship, a destroyer-class vessel called Xerox Teeth. 1 pulse of focused gravity crushed its missile launcher without damaging the rest of the ship. Its crew froze, stunned. They had never seen a weapon so precise. Unknown force detected. The destroyer's captain shouted, "This can't be human technology." All over the fleet, officers began to whisper the same question. What is this ship? Warlord Varnek, growing more frustrated, turned to his top hunter, Commander Drell. Take the Reaper Squadron. Track it. Trap it. Tear it apart. Commander Drell nodded. He was younger than Varnek, but clever. His ships were fast and deadly, specially built to hunt smaller enemies. He sent out a coded command. 5 elite warships spread out and began scanning every inch of space. Jams saw them moving. He wasn't worried. He allowed the Valkyrie to be seen, just for a second. That was all it took. Target located. One of the Reapers shouted, locking in coordinates. They closed in fast. Jams didn't run. He waited. As the Reapers drew closer, they formed a tight circle around the Valkyrie, ready to fire. Now, Drell ordered. But Jams spoke first. Engage full gravity field. Contain only. Confirmed, the AI replied. In an instant the space around the Valkyrie shifted. Invisible waves of force bent light and time. The 5 Reaper ships were caught mid-attack, frozen in place. Their engines spun, but they couldn't move. Their weapons clicked but wouldn't fire. Jams opened another channel. I could crush your ships now, but I won't. Go home. Earth wants peace. You want war. Make your choice. Then he released them. The Reapers drifted away, shaken. Not a single shot had been fired, but they had all been beaten. On the flagship, Varnek stared at the reports. For the first time, he felt something unfamiliar. Doubt. Is it just one ship? He asked quietly. His officers looked at him. None of them had an answer. Outside, the Valkyrie moved back into the dark, unseen once more. Jams didn't smile. He didn't celebrate. He only spoke one word. Next. The Zarkalon fleet was no longer confident. Their movements were slow, scattered. What had started as a powerful invasion now looked more like confusion in motion. The fear of the unseen ship, the Valkyrie, was spreading fast. Commander Jams floated silently just beyond their sensors. Inside the cockpit, he studied the fleet's new positions, gaps in formation, ships drifting without orders. Some had even begun to turn back. Enemy hesitation detected. The Valkyrie's AI reported. Fleet command structure weakening. Jams gave a short nod. It's time. He tapped into the fleet's general broadcast channel, open to every ship in the Armada. Zarkalon fleet. This is your final warning. Earth does not want war, but we are ready for it. This ship just one has stopped you. Imagine what we haven't shown you yet. For a long moment, there was silence. Then came the response, not from Warlord Varnak, but from one of his sub-commanders. This is Captain Lorik of the warship Brocken's Edge. We request proof. Are you truly alone? Jams didn't reply with words. He disabled the communication array of Lorik's ship with one silent pulse. No explosion, no damage, just silence. The captain understood. Across the fleet, more voices followed. Quiet voices, questioning voices. We were told Earth was weak. This ship moves like nothing we've ever seen. Why aren't we fighting back? Why haven't we destroyed them yet? Fear was turning into doubt, and doubt was turning into resistance. Some Zarkalon officers started pulling their ships back. Others powered down weapons. A few even opened private channels with Earth, quietly asking for terms of surrender. Inside the Zarkalon flagship, Warlord Varnak watched his control board flash with red signals. Loss of systems. Officers refusing commands. Ships going dark. His anger burned hotter than ever. They are cowards, he shouted. All of them. He turned to his last loyal general. I want every weapon locked onto that ghost ship. We will crush it, no matter what it takes. Back on the Valkyrie, the AI spoke, multiple ships locking onto us. Incoming missiles in 30 seconds. Jams stayed calm. He didn't panic. Instead, he spoke into the fleet's command frequency one final time. Varnak, this is your last chance. Call off your fleet. Leave peacefully. If you fire, I will respond, and I won't hold back. Varnak's face appeared on the screen. His red eyes glowed with rage. You are one man in one ship. I am the Empire. You will fall. Jams leaned forward. We'll see. Missiles fired. Dozens of them. The Valkyrie moved. It didn't dodge. It didn't run. It bent space around itself. Each missile pulled off course by shifting gravity, their paths twisting into empty space. Not one reached him. Then Jams struck back. He targeted the flagship's weapon systems and delivered a single silent gravity pulse. Every gun shut down. All the ship was powerless. The fleet went silent. The Empire had been humiliated by one man, in one ship. The battlefield was still. Hundreds of Zarkalon ships floated in space, quiet and motionless. Engines off, weapons cold. The fear of the Valkyrie, and the man inside it had spread through every deck. Commander Jams didn't speak. He didn't need to. He had just stopped the Empire's strongest attack with no army, no fleet, just one ship and calm control. Inside the Zarkalon flagship, Warlord Varnak stood frozen. His weapons were offline. His crew was silent. No one dared look him in the eye. He stared at the display, his fists shaking. "He's not a god," Varnak growled. "He's just human." But he couldn't deny the truth anymore. The Empire had been defeated by something it didn't understand. Not brute force, not numbers, strategy, precision, restraint. Varnak's pride was breaking. Suddenly, the voice returned, soft, steady, human. "This is Commander Jams. I don't want your surrender because I want power. I want it to stop here. No more ships, no more blood. Go home, Warlord." Varnak looked around at his officers. Some were already removing their armor. Others sat quietly, not even trying to give orders. He was alone. His power was gone. Varnak walked to the console and opened a channel. His voice came out rough, bitter, but clear. "Earth, we request peace talks." In the Valkyrie, Jams closed his eyes for a moment. Then he gave the reply. Accepted. The signal was sent to Earth. A peace agreement would be arranged. There would be no invasion, no war. Ships began to pull back. One by one, the Zarkalon fleet turned away and jumped into hyperspace. No shots fired, no final stand, just silence and surrender. Jams didn't follow them. He stayed still, watching the stars, making sure it was real. Then, slowly, he turned the Valkyrie toward Earth. The mission was over. He had done what no army could do. He ended a war before it began, not by fighting, but by proving it didn't have to happen. The Valkyrie entered Earth's orbit without sound. From the ground, people looked up and saw nothing. The ship didn't shine. It didn't roar. It simply returned, just as it had left, like a shadow in the sky. Inside the command center, Earth's leaders stood in silence as Commander Jams walked through the main hallway. His uniform was clean, his face calm, his eyes sharp as ever. No one clapped, no one cheered. They just watched. He had stopped a war. Alone. The Supreme Council greeted him in a quiet meeting room. Their expressions were full of respect and disbelief. "Is it really over?" one of them asked. Jams nodded. "They've agreed to peace talks. They've pulled back their entire fleet." The council members looked at one another, still unsure how to process it. "No damage?" another asked. "No casualties?" "None," Jams replied. "Not on either side." Silence filled the room again. Then finally the chairwoman of the council spoke. "You did what we thought was impossible. You faced an empire, and you didn't fire a single deadly shot." Jams gave a quiet reply. "Because I didn't need to." The council offered him medals, titles, and rewards. He refused them all. He didn't do it for fame. He didn't do it for power. He did it because it had to be done, and he was the only one who could do it. Later that night, Jams stood alone on a balcony, looking at the stars. The sky was peaceful again. But he knew peace never lasted forever. He didn't relax. He stayed ready. Because somewhere out there, another threat would rise. And when it did, Earth would be ready, not with fear, but with clarity, calm and quiet strength. The Valkyrie remained locked in orbit, silent as ever, waiting, watching, like its commander.